G'day everyone, Cameron here from the Crush Olive, and this is the Daily Rant. I just wanted to come in quickly and talk about fulfilling the greatest two commandments. Love God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind and all your strength. And the second, Yeshua likened unto it, love your neighbor as yourself. Why do you liken the second onto the first? Could it have to be that when we're judged for everything we say and what we do on the day of judgment, that when we did it to the least of these my brothers, you did it unto him? Just want to encourage us to ask the Father to give us his love, this charitable love for each other, to serve one another with a selfless motivation, a grateful motivation because he came and showed us how to serve. Yeshua didn't come off high off his heavenly throne, sent by the Father to be served, but to serve. And we are called to pick up our stake and follow him, follow his example. The reason I want to talk about this today is it's very easy for us to get swept up in idle talk. And what I mean is talk that doesn't benefit, talk that doesn't build up, and talk that can very likely lead to divisions in the body and offenses being caused, and God forbid, but sin. May we be wise in these days to ask ourselves, is what I'm speaking beneficial for those who are listening? And if it's not, why are you saying it? And that's a sincere question. Why do we say it? What's the motivation behind what we're saying? Now, we live in an age of information where there's lots to learn and lots to discover, and that can be a good thing. But if we're not wise, it can also be a destructive thing. So look for things that encourage and build up, rather than things that appeal to the flesh, that stroke our egos. When the great shaking happens, we have Yeshua, he's our foundation, the chief cornerstone. And every man and woman is instructed to build upon that, build up the living temple of the Most High God. It says that some build with straw, others with wood, some with precious jewels and fine gems, gold and silver. But on the day of reckoning, the Most High God is going to test everything, all the works that we've done. And if it does not pass the shaking test, so we call in Australia when we're doing construction the earthquake test, to make sure it's going to stand the test, then everything that you've done and built upon that foundation will be lost, and everything that you've done is all in vain. But if it gets tested and it withstands, well, then great will be your reward in heaven. So guys, be wise, pray for a discerning heart, ask for selfless motivations, because there's a way that seems right to man, but in the end it can be folly. We should be asking for things that benefit Israel, that benefit his body, that serve him. And why wouldn't he equip you if you have a humble and a willing heart to glorify his name? Not to glorify self, not to make a name for yourself, but to be counted worthy to bear his name. He is the King, guys, and he is worthy of honor and esteem. He's worthy of our respect. And we are to fear him, to be in reverent awe of him. He's not coming back as a suffering servant. He's coming back as the King of Israel, the Lion of Judah, with fire in his eyes and a great sword that comes out of his mouth. Be wise, brothers and sisters. I hope there's some encouragement in this. Before I go, I just want to read a little excerpt from 1 Timothy chapter 1. Now the end of the commandments is charity, out of a pure heart and a good conscience, and of a faith which is not hypocritical, which some have swerved and have turned aside into vain janglings. In other words, babbling, unprofitable talk, things that don't build up, things that don't benefit anything except to stroke your own ego and to puff you up. Verse 7, desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say or what they boldly affirm. There are so many people out there thinking that they're experts on Torah, that they know it all and that they've made it. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, you don't know it all and you haven't made it. We must all work out our own salvation with fear and trembling and endure to the end. So with that, guys, I bid you good day and shalom, shalom.